Alrighty, fellas, good morning. My name's Patrouski. For these past 2 days, we are here for another PokeMMO stream recap. This is stream recap 497. We're coming up on 500, which I want to do something for, whether it'll be a streamathon or a shuntathon or whatever it may be. I want to do something hopefully special. Don't let me forget that, okay? For streamathon or stream recap 500. Today, this is your daily source of tips, tricks, news, information, discussion, everything happening within PokeMMO. We do this Monday through Thursday, usually at 12 p.m. ET, live on Twitch and on YouTube if you're interested in seeing it live. If you want to be involved, there's tons of ways to be involved. I like being that kind of I'm lucky to be that YouTuber and that creator where, like, you guys are a huge part of my content. Achievement showcase, catch events, forum posts. I want to be able to show off people who are just putting their head down and putting in work in Pokemon and giving the credit they deserve, because I feel like there's not always a lot of great ways in game to flex those achievements and flex your stuff. And I like my content to be kind of that. I want my content to make up for whatever the game is lacking, in my opinion. And I love that. I'm not trying to, I don't mean that as an insult. I love the game. There's just always more you can do and always more ways you can add to a community, right? So let's just go ahead and jump into it. We've got our daily catch events, our daily in-game events, and just typical news. Let's go ahead and get started. So First things first, send this to your girl and say us. Easiest points of the day, boys. The relationship points, kick it, chat, true and real. Send this to your girl and say us. But this is a Grovyle catch event coming up tomorrow. If you're watching the recap, it's probably today. Friday the 17th of April at 8 a.m. It's actually probably over, is the sad thing. So I hope you watched yesterday's stream recap. We cover catch events every day whenever possible. This is probably over if you're watching, though. I might release this video 2 hours early at 6 a.m. to see if we can catch some people to get the information if you don't know about it. But let's cover the information quickly. It's over at Route 119 in Hoenn. You have 1 hour to catch Grovyle, Oddish, Tropius, and Linoon. Details are on screen right here. Nature bonuses +2 for Bold, Brave, Careful, and Impish, -8 for Jolly. You can scroll down and see it is a non-shiny prize, but that's even better these days for Ironman accounts. Ironman just want the RP. We don't really care about the Pokemon prize as much. The reward points are way more valuable. So as an Ironman, winning this would be super sick. As a main account, if you don't want to go to this event, I totally get it. I think shiny prizes are the big thing for main accounts personally. Next up, we got a Magikarp catch event. I like these events because it is just pure whoever gets the best catch, like IV and this consistency. You probably can catch like 100 to 120 carps within the hour, like doing like 2 a minute type thing, like craziness if you're consistent and locked in. This is on Saturday, the 18th of April at 4 p.m. ET over at the resort area in Sinnoh. Now, I do have to mention, the resort area is actually more complicated of a Magikarp spot than most areas, depending on what you do. Wait, I should be shouting out the proper details. I just realized, it just clicked. No one corrected me on this, but I wonder how many people didn't notice either. This is actually, oh my god, I totally didn't notice this. This is why reading's very important, fellas. This is actually one of my favorite kind of catch events within PokeMMO. This is not your normal catch event. This is total sum of IVs plus nature bonus plus level. The reason why this is important, the only reason that I even noticed to check, is because the Magikarps over at the resort area in Sinnoh can range, I believe, all the way from level 1 to level 100. And what you want to do is you want to super rod, and you can catch wild Magikarps at level 95, 98, or even level 100. It's just super rare. I used to actually do a money-making method where you would go here and you would use, like, nowadays we have lures. I would love to test this again as a money-making method. You would go here with expert lures and fish, and you can catch like level 95 Magikarps, level them up once in level 96, and then sell them as a level 96 Gyarados, and they sell. You know, people want high level Pokemon just for storylines. I don't know what people just like high level and collecting high level mons. It's more of the casual side of the game, I will say. There's not a whole lot of reason to have a level 96 Gyarados aside from just to have it, I guess, to flex. But people will buy high level Pokemon like that. People need them, right, for certain various things. So I didn't even realize that, and I just realized that in live time. So I bet a lot of people also hadn't seen that, so I didn't even notice that. So it is total sum of IVs plus nature bonus plus level. Very fun, very cool event. Magikarp, and then +10 for Jolly, plus admin for 7. So that means that this event is going to be like, the winning store of this event is going to be like 270. Like, the store is going to be very I can't believe I didn't notice this, man. Very different from your average catch event. The winning store is going to be like 275, 280. So keep an eye out. That's wild. Okay. There's a shiny Magikarp up for grabs in this event with 2 moves, 3 selectable IVs. You can go 31 HP, 31 attack, 31 speed, probably the most important ones. Then 3 times 28 in the other IVs, and then 1000 RP. You can go Adamant or Jolly Nature. That's a really cool event, man. I'm glad I took a second to actually read the details properly. Next up, the Tauros catch event on the 19th of April at 5 p.m. ET over in the Safari Zone in Johto, specifically at the Savannah location. I'm glad they actually logged that because it's really easy to go to the wrong spot over in the Johto Safari Zone. It is specifically over at the Savannah location. You have 1 hour to catch Tauroses, and that's it. It's just whoever catches the best Tauros wins. Total sum of IVs, no species bonus, no nature bonus, just whoever gets the best Tauros. A nice clean catch event with a shiny Tauros up for grabs. I've been hyping up this event a ton because this is a shiny Tauros that is also 3 times 31, right? That would cost you hundreds of millions of Pokeyen to breed. Tauros is one of the most expensive shinies in the game to breed because you have to breed it with Dittos. It's a male only species. So get yourself a Tauros worth hundreds of millions of Pokeyen during an event for free while you can. Very, very insanely cool shiny prize. Would love to go to these hopefully on the Ironman account if I can make it. The travel Patrouski stuff makes it tough, but that's really, really sick. All right, next up, there is a screenshot competition going on where you can post a screenshot of yourself. Your outfit matters, your Pokemon sprite matters, your follower sprite, your location matters. You can win a shiny Ditto just off of having a cool screenshot in game. I've covered the rules in depth already, so I'm just gonna browse through and show you guys some examples. I love that people are already posting their entries. The entries are live right now. You can post, but they end on like the 22nd, April 22nd. So here's some examples of people posting some entries and giving a little bit of, backstory, like a little flower time. It's just cute stuff, man. It's a really cute, this is a cool one. It's a really cute and fun way to hopefully try to win some free shiny and some RP. So good luck if you're doing the screenshot competition. There is a meme event coming up where you can hop around together with other players. That's it. Just hop around. That's the whole event on the 19th of April, Sunday. And it might be different from some time zones. You can see the details here. This is kind of a meme event. This is like an MMO style event of just people coming together to hop around. That's the whole bit. Next up, onto our daily item market check of the day. One of my favorite new segments that I've been doing in my PokeMMO stream recaps. This is covering the Mysterious Great Ball 2024. And I constantly tell people, I think the best and safest investment in PokeMMO, if you want to make free money by tying up your capital, that's the cost, right? It's tying up your Pokeyen, where it could be doing other things. The best way that I have consistently found to make easy money in PokeMMO is buying Mysterious Balls during their event. So don't buy them now, there's no events happening, but during the Lunar New Year event, during the Christmas event, during the Halloween event, buy these Mysterious Balls. And as you can see, if we zoom out, these were 25, 27K, 24K, right? These were 24, 25, 27K during the event itself back in January 1st of 2025, I believe. I think that they first came out December 2024, which ended up being like early 2025. So these have only, with that in mind, these have only been in the game for, what is that, a little bit over a year. This hasn't actually been 2 years like the 2024 to 2026 date implies. These have only been in the game from early 2025 to now 2026. It's looking at what, 15 months? I think these have been in the game for about 15 months and they have doubled in price. If you bought 10 mil worth of these less than a year and a half ago, they're now worth 20 mil, right? Like you would have made out crazily. And then even then, look at this. Look at how fast these rose, man. This is abnormal. I wouldn't bank on this. I would definitely suggest if you're buying investments in PokeMMO, you have to be willing to hold them. If you aren't willing to hold them for at least a year or two, I wouldn't recommend buying investments, even though obviously you can make profit faster than that. Some people don't like when I say that. I try to tell people like it's better safe than sorry, right? I would recommend if you want to buy investments in PokeMMO, you have to be willing to be patient enough to hold them for at least 1 year. I used to say 2 years. I do think that numbers come down a bit. I think things operate a lot faster in the current PokeMMO economy. So I would say at least 1 year. If you're not willing to hold something, if you're not willing to tie up that capital for at least 1 year, I would be careful about investing. That's not really investing. That's like flipping or like short-term, short-term flipping, I feel like at that point. But another great thing is like, I think a lot of high-end players, endgame players, and like myself, one of my biggest problems is that a lot of endgame players like myself are too diamond hands. We are learning that we do need to sell off our stuff at the right times. A lot of players like myself, a lot of endgame players know when to buy investments. We haven't mastered how to sell and when to sell. because usually it takes a while. You have to like slow term sell over time. So a lot of endgame players are still kind of learning that and mastering that, from my experience and for what I've seen when it comes to high level PokeMMO. So, but worst case scenario, even if you bought them for 25k and you sold for like 35k, it's still a 10k profit per. Like, you're always going to be making some decent money. Mysterious balls are just such a unique thing in PokeMMO. They take the fastest shiny hunt in PokeMMO from being 30 hours and bring it down to usually 2 to 4 hours per, depending on the mysterious ball, which is just ridiculous. Obviously they cost a ludicrous amount of Pokeyen, and that's kind of the whole cost, but they allow mysterious balls allow you to do things in PokeMMO that shouldn't be possible. That's what makes them so goddamn powerful. All right, but now on to the achievement showcase. If you want to be featured in the achievement showcase, check out my Discord. There's a chat called the achievement showcase. This is the best way to shout out what players are doing. Really cool achievements. This achievement showcase is fucking disgustingly stacked. It's also, I have to remind people, like, I think the achievement showcase is starting to melt my brain. I almost want to take a break from it, because I have to remind people the achievement showcase is the exceptional. It is like, these are like 0.001% chance things of happening. Like, a lot of these are like so rare, so insane. These are not the norm. Don't expect these in your gameplay. You know, like, we cover these things because they are so insane, if that makes sense. Do not look at the, so I think some players often have the problem of looking at someone else get so lucky, like, oh man, why am I not that lucky? And it's like, it's because this is insanely unlikely, right? This is insanely rare and crazy, right? So achievement showcase. Now right before the achievement showcase, all that build up just to not do the achievement showcase, right before we cover the achievement showcase, I did want to shout out MrRiboy, dude. This guy, underrated, up and coming PokeMMO content creator. I've commented on videos, I've seen his videos. He's getting more recognition. He gained 2.7k subs like really fast for an up-and-coming PokeMMO content creator. He deserves way more. Go sub to him. This guy deserves minimum 10 to 15k. Wouldn't surprise me if I see this guy at 25, 50k subs one day. He's making very detailed, someone said, same brains. Someone did very detailed videos. This guy's making very detailed, edited, high quality, statistically very logical, which is opposite of me, right? Very logical, statistically analyzed money making guides. This guy's in the variety he's doing. The methods he is choosing are perfect for the current metagame. It's not like, oh, catching all these Pokemon for profit, which is no longer, that's what I used to do a lot of, and it's no longer viable, right? He's doing all these different items, expert belts, amulet coin farming, thieving and like catching shelders and things like that. Absol, chicken like life orb farming and seeing if that's worth it, like, which is usually not, right? He's testing a lot of item farming methods, which I feel like are the best things right now. Anything that makes pure yen, items, pure yen, catching for profit, unfortunately, is just kind of out right now in the current money-making metagame. So this guy's doing really cool stuff, man. MrRiboy, I cannot shout him out enough. I love trying to hype up-and-coming creators who are adding things to the space and doing a very specific thing that like no one else is doing. This guy is fucking awesome. Love his stuff. MrRiboy, keep it up, dude. Keep uploading. You'll be fucking in the stars in no time. Okay, next up. Finally on to the achievement showcase, boys. I gotta shout it out, man. I talked about it a little bit before, but Team Mr. got 4 shiny Burmies in the war that they did recently, the Team Mr. Shiny War. What's crazy is just how many Honey Tree shinies they got. There were apparently a lot of people doing, what's it called? There were a lot of people doing Honey Tree runs, and we saw a lot of Honey Tree shinies in that war. That was really crazy. That's really, we've done so many shiny wars. We've never seen this amount of Honey Tree shinies and 4 Burmies like this. That's, the odds of that are crazy in one war. Next up, Moon Grab. Okay, this is from Moon Grab. He's been working on collecting a ton of competitive Pokemon. I love this. So much of PokeMMO, I think sometimes people lean into the pragmatic so much, and the beautiful part about collecting 5 times and 6 times 31 Pokemon is that it is both pragmatic and decorative, pragmatic and a collector's piece, right? When people buy Pokemon cards IRL, they're not buying to play with them a lot of the time. Obviously some people do, which is awesome. I played the PTCGO, right? Most people that collect Pokemon cards are just collecting to collect. It makes them happy, brings them joy. Collecting things is a very human natural like trait, right? I think I would love to see people in PokeMMO collecting competitive Pokemon, not even for any reason. Whether we see like, we'll see some weird comp. There's a Lapras comp in here, right? Like Lapras has not been good in PvP, in PVM. Like Lapras doesn't really have a use. Liepard we see, right? Like, you don't need to make competitive versions of just pragmatic Pokemon. I used to collect a ton of NU competitive Pokemon, especially bad ones. I love making like Sunflora comps and stuff like that. And I would never even queue up NU. It was fun. I think a lot of people underrate the element of just having goals. The older I get, the more I realize, and I tell this all the time, the goals you have don't actually matter. It just matters that you have a goal and have something that you really care about working towards. That's, to me, is always like the meaning of life almost. And if you can extrapolate that into PokeMMO and the meaning of games, if you can make some goals like wanting to collect as many competitive Pokemon that fucking Moongrab has been able to do is just so sick, man. This is his first box. Everything highlighted in green boxes, those are all 6x31s in correct nature. I like that he has like 5 Chanseys and 1 Blissey is nuts. Like that's an old school. You don't see that as much in today's Pokemon, but in old school Pokemon, people would have so many different versions of the same Pokemon. I don't know what mod he has. I think he's on mobile. I can't tell. Maybe PC. He has some sort of sprite mod. I don't know which mod it is, but he does have some sort of sprite mod. It looks to me like 2nd to 4th gen, so like a lower. I could be wrong though. But that's his first box. Here's his second box. He's not even done yet. Bro has like 5 Munchlaxes, 5 Meowths. I assume a lot of payday pickuping. I thought this is a really, really cool collection, man. Really cool collection of competitive Pokemon from Moongrab. Once again, a lot of which are 6x31, 5x31. Look at the bottom, you can see the Little Cup comps, the Buidoos, the Bonsleys, the Ozarils, the Togepis. Like, bro's just in it for the love of the game, and I love that, man. Insanely cool collection. Let me move in game really quick. Insanely cool collection from Moongrab. Next up, can you guys stop getting insane shinies? Can you please relax? Like, it's this. Okay, this comes from Kippers. Kippers on an alt account checked a swarm and got a secret shiny Snorlax from a swarm on an alt account at 14,000 encounters. Can you guys relax? Can you guys stop? What is happening? I feel like spring luck. There's been some crazy shinies in spring. Maybe it's because people can finally focus on shunting post like event season and people have that bug, but oh my goodness, man. We've been seeing insane legendary life-changing shinies. It's oh my god, it's so consistently, dude. Relax, guys. Next up, I love seeing another OSRS. The OSRS to PokeMMO pipeline is strong, boys, and vice versa, back and forth. I think OSRS and Pokemon are very similar MMOs, and they have a very similar audience, and we kind of see them kind of go back and forth. You know, I've played both, right? Hello, I'm one of the many recent OSRS converts lurking in the PokeMMO streets. As someone who's experienced going 2 times dry on the Bofa grind, Bofa D's nuts. I didn't know they had a Bofa. I didn't know they had a D's nuts choke on RuneScape. I haven't played in like 4 to 6 years. This is a refreshing change of RNG. 2 shinies in the same day while XP training my Jimmy Run Typhlosions. 2 shinies in the same day. That's awesome, man. Coming from RuneScape to PokeMMO. 5,000 total encounters, only 500 encounters apart. Got himself a shiny Piloswine and a shiny Tentacruel, dude. Congrats. That dude, you love to see like grinders get rewarded from other games, and like I always like. I feel like people have different RNG in different games. I was always incredibly Mickey in old school RuneScape. I was incredibly lucky, and I feel like PokeMMO. Well, what's funny is my main account is notoriously very unlucky in PokeMMO, but then my Iron Man account has also been like incredibly lucky. So you gotta just ride the waves, man. And obviously, there's no like real logic to that, but it's just funny to kind of observe, right? Congrats to that guy coming from OSRS. Next up, this is from T-Mat. T-Mat, his last 3 shinies have been a Safari shiny Poliwhirl, which he evolved into a Politoed, Safari shiny, which he caught, and then the last 2 were egg shinies. Not only, so that's a crazy like last 3 shinies, but not only were his last 2 shinies egg shinies, I think he said he got Totodile in about 300 eggs, 300 encounters, and then the Tortuga was in 110 Tortuga eggs. I feel like T-Mat, I think if I remember your name, I've seen around consistently for the past few years. You've been grinding. I assume you deserve this. Like, this is awesome. And you always want to see it. Like, you always want to see someone go wet, man. Congratulations. Congrats on the grinds. I've seen your name. I know that you play the game consistently. I feel like over the past at least 2 to 3 years. Keep it up, man. Congratulations. You gotta love the wet streaks when it happens, dude. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then two more to cover. Blue, legendary shiny hunter in PokeMMO, in Team Mr. had another shiny Apom Flea, his second shiny Apom, 7 phases towards a shiny Apom, and he's just happy to hit under odds. Clue's mentality, there are certain shiny hunters whose mentality, it just oozes out of them. The aura oozes out of them, and Clue is definitely one of them. Clue is a player whose aura oozes into the team, it oozes into everyone he interacts with. Bro is oozing. But it's just on a serious note, like Safari shunners are built different. On a serious note, like it's insane to see your dream shiny. It's something that he's been working for I assume months, if not years, passively, right? To see it flee in front of your eyes and be like, I'm just happy to hit it under odds. Not something a lot of people are capable of. That's very, very impressive, and I just love to see it, man. That's the mentality that we all should aim to adapt, but it's easier said than done, right? Excuse me. And then finally, I thought another mentality Giga Chad. This comes from Lengthened Shad in game. I couldn't get his Discord. I don't remember his Discord name, but Lengthened Shad in game. He said he wanted to look at all of his shiny encounters on his entire account to process how lucky he was. And I was like, brother, what a beautiful sentiment. What do you mean how lucky you are? And that's the mentality. You want to see someone feel like they're lucky. Like, to me, this guy has earned every damn shiny he's gotten. 63k dry on Durant, 47k dry on Profigrignus. He's got some lucky shunts in here, don't get me wrong. 1,300 encounters for Swoobat, 4k for the Dragonite, but he goes dry consistently. 45k for Hydreigon, 64k for Poliwrath, 42k for Donphan, 84k for Kingdra. You guys want some lucky ones. 1,800 for Crocodile, 6k for Pikachu. Like, this to me is just a weathered, balanced shunting account, man. I think this is beautiful. I love that his sentence in the Discord was like, I wanted to just appreciate how lucky I am, I haven't calced up the math. You can literally just, what you can do is you can take your total encounters. Now, obviously, we don't know for some of the shiny. Like, I think like Camerupt and Osmoril don't have numbers. That was before the encounter counter was added. What you can do is you can add up all of your encounters, your total encounters, and then divide it by the number of shinies you've gotten and get your encounter, like your average shiny rate for your account. Usually it should be somewhere around 30,000. That's because it's the rate, right? And it should average out. The more shunts you do, it should average out to be like that. But obviously you need like a large sample size. But to me, man, like this looks incredibly balanced, incredibly deserved. Every shiny here, man, the fact that you've gone as dry as many times as you have, and you're still like, I'm so happy to be this lucky. You're gonna go far. You're gonna get way more than that. You have 15 which is amazing. 15 shinies is really, really good. You have 15 shinies now. I'm gonna check on this guy in a year or so. He's gonna have like 25, 30, maybe in 2 years, like 50 shinies. Like, this guy is unbelievably, I love to see it, man. I love to see it, man. Good work. Keep it up, King. And let's do some shunting ourselves today. I'm going to be doing my Jimmy run here probably in a quick sec, and then shiny hunting, hanging around. I love the idea of getting a shiny while traveling, but it wouldn't surprise me. My Ironman account has been so lucky almost in like every area of the game. If you look at this, like, I think it looks pretty even, but like, I don't know, 3k for this Nidoran was pretty crazy. And then before the encounter counter was added, I was also kind of lucky, and I won like a catch event. Like, my Ironman account, if you've watched the series, my Ironman account has been extremely lucky overall. It's had some balance, not enough balance. So it wouldn't surprise me if I end up going like 80k, 100k dry here, but we'll have to just see and jump into things and actually put in the time, the effort, and the work to see how many encounters our next Ironman shiny takes. Thank you guys for watching today's stream recap. Make sure to like it if you enjoy it, dislike if not, subscribe for daily videos, follow me on stream for this kind of content live. Don't worry, we're not ending, we're just getting started. Let's go ahead and jump into things. We're just yapping today on stream as people. We're yapping about old school MMOs and like MMOs we played growing up, and this one actually is fitting for the PokeMMO stream recap. How many of you guys remember or even know about a game called PokeRag? And it was a game, it was Pokemon Ragnarok Online, and it was a Pokemon MMO with gameplay similar to Ragnarok Online, which is its own old school MMO that I didn't play. I desperately wanted to play PokeRag. It looked so interesting. It was such a cool looking, I wonder if I can find screenshots online, PokeRag MMO. But the game was only translated in like, was it like Filipino? It was some specific language. PokeRag, so if you Google it, PokeRag is a Brazilian fan-made MMORPG it wasn't in English. And I tried to play it in English. I tried to like play it without being able to read the language and understand what was happening. I tried to play it. I couldn't get past the tutorial. So I just didn't know what to do. PokeRag is a fucking call. If you played PokeRag growing up, let me know. I wanted to play this game so bad, but I couldn't because of the language barrier. And I wonder if it's available in English these days. Dude, it was so interesting. Here, I'll show you a screenshot. There was real life combat. This is an old school style MMO. So just keep that in mind when I show you this screenshot. PokeRag.png. But like I wanted this game looked so cool to like 13-year-old Patrouski. I wanted to play this so bad. There was like shiny hunting and like there's like real time like combat and it's like tile based almost. Dude, this game looks so cool to me, man. This is like modern. I think the game is still up. I think this is modern PokeRag. I don't know what it would be like old PokeRag, what that looked like. These sprites look updated. This was an OG. Yeah, I wanted to play this so bad, but because I only knew English, I couldn't. Dude, I really tried. If anybody played PokeRag, let me know in the comments. I desperately wanted to play your game, dude. This is a really real I'm gonna do a clip on this. A really real psychological thing that a lot of people run into in PokeMMO. I myself hardcore ran into this when doing my Predatos hunt, and it's even arguably okay to give into it sometimes, but understand it's like a logical fallacy type thing. Someone said, I feel blocked in game. I want to build new Pokemon like EV Train, XP Train, but I'm afraid of getting another shiny Tentacool since my encounters are getting so high. I'm just 3 Phenos away from completing the dex, but that's kind of annoying. Let's focus. I want to focus on the feeling locked because you don't want to get a certain shiny. Like I totally, dude, I had that problem a lot with my Predatos. Like when I was hunting Predatos, I didn't want to touch grass. I only wanted my next shiny to be Predatos, and I cannot recommend enough. I think it's better to break that mentality earlier rather than later. No matter how many encounters you're at, your odds of getting a shiny are always the same, right? Whether you're at 300,000 encounters or 3 encounters, the odds are still 1 in 30K. They don't ever physically change, but I understand the mental, like I get it, you know, I've been there. The mental thing still feels bad, and I understand wanting to avoid getting like a shiny that you don't really care for because it feels so bad in the moment. You really need a win. You know what I know that feeling, I do. But I think it is better to just like try to get over that sooner rather than later. And RNG will even out. There's going to be times where you go 30K, 40K dry on a rare shiny on an egg, and times where you get it at 100 encounters, you know? Like, I would just say play the game the way that you enjoy. It's really, but this is easier said than done. This is easier said than done. I'm not trying to just like, you know, just don't worry about it, forehead. It's really easy to say. But if it takes time for you to get over that, I totally get it. How much did your Predatos cost? I think it was around 150 mil for the 32,420 encounters. You sure your trade log? Yes. But what else? I can't recommend like getting over that sooner rather than later because it's going to make you so much happier. I was so miserable. What's it called? So miserable. Just trying to only do Predatos. I was just doing Jimmy runs and only Predatos eggs. And I missed doing *5 hordes. God, I missed, you know, just shiny hunting casually, and I wish I would have gone back sooner, honestly. And if you break that, and I did, I ended up going back after like 8 months of sticking to grass, right? I ended up going and I did Pelipper hordes to level up a Pinsir when Moxie Pinsir came out, and I immediately got a shiny Pelipper, and I felt like shit. But you almost have to like, it's almost you almost like you become okay with it. You feel like shit, you get over it, you move on, you know. Focus on fun, focus on enjoyment. It's easier said than done, but focus on doing the activities you enjoy, even if they may have like that shiny you don't really like. And I think shiny Tentacool and shiny Tentacool are both cool. I think it's awesome to have one of each. I understand not wanting duplicates beyond that, but shinies are out of your control so largely. You just do what you can control and have fun. So TLDR, easier said than done, but I would just break it sooner rather than later. Is going to help you a lot, in my opinion, mentally. I would just go do *5 hordes or go do what you want to do. It's going to help you have more fun in the game, which will help you play longer, which will help you work towards your goals in the long run. Says this, we are less than 1 month away. We are coming up on the 1-year anniversary of the Ironman account. I still feel like this account is like only like 8 to 9 months old, but no, it's almost a full 12 months, dude. It's almost 1 year old. It was created on 5-12-2025. It's currently 4/16 as I'm recording, so it's literally coming up. It's kind of crazy, man. I wanted to hop on the main account for a quick sec because I actually had a pretty big sale recently. I've been doing a little bit of flipping on the side and just selling some Pokeyen, and I did have a shiny flip sell, as well as all our fossil stuff from the recent. All right, I did a video testing some of the fossil money making again. I was pretty impressed by how much money you can make per hour doing fossil farming over in Cinnamon. That video will be coming out in the future. But I wanted to go ahead and just head over here and claim all, so I can remember. Here we go. They moved the claim all button to the top left. I'm not used to that now. So let's see how much Pokeyen we get on the main account here. I think I bought this Luxray for like 2.5 or 2.6 mil, maybe 2.8. And it took multiple listings to sell it. I think like 3 or 4 listings to sell it for 3.3. So I probably made like 500K profit if we lowball. Probably like 500K profit would be my guess. Let's go ahead and claim all. 3.7 mil right there. 3.7, 174K, 72K, and a bunch of extra little stuff over here. 42K more, 31K. Lots of little Pokeyen, dude. I usually keep a lot of stuff like this unsold. I just like store it. I should relist some of these things. Like these Gyarados will sell. I just need to relist them. I just listed too many of them all at once. I think I listed like 15 of these all at one time, and there just wasn't enough demand. So stuff like relisting these, a lot of these just need relisting or repricing. This was back when Torkoals were in like really high demand. I doubt this is worth this now. This is probably like super overpriced now. This was back in early 2025. Yeah, when Torkoals were like super needed at that time. Well, we had a lot of laughs this stream. Little 5-hour travel Patrouski stream. The 2 travel Patrouski streams that will ever exist, or at least exist for a long time. I'm looking forward to hopefully planning or doing something for Stream Recap 500. I'll try to plan that and get that information out to you guys as soon as possible. Obviously, I don't know anything yet, as I'm still traveling. Once I can get back home, I'll try to plan something, whip something up, and see you guys with that. Thank you guys for watching. Like this stream if you enjoyed it. Dislike if I was smelly today. Subscribe for PokeMMO videos. I do upload every single day. Follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the content, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, PayPal, and Venmo, all that stuff helps out a ton. Have a great day. Good luck on your PokeMMO shunts, and post them in the achievement showcase. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Yes, I am always smelly. Have a good one, guys. Bye.